Okay, hello everyone from Neighborhood Networks. This is Rossie Stone here. I'm giving you a pre-recorded lesson this time. And for this lesson I thought we would go over face structure again, the foundations of drawing a face. I know that we've covered this before, but it's such an important thing. I use it for so many foundations of my other drawings. It's always a very useful one to go back over. And since we're kind of doing a bit of a rewind during the next few weeks, we will be covering some sessions that we covered again, but we'll be doing more with them. I thought it would be quite a good place to start. So let's get straight into it. And for those of you who have done this lesson before, this will be a great opportunity for you to practice at it and get more familiar with it, so that when we do new things with it, you're much better at it than you were before. So, and I'm very proud of what you guys have done so far, by the way. It's really excellent work. So let's start off by drawing the base of the face, and you put the cross in the middle. And what you always have to remember is that the eyes, for doing the circles for the eyes, it's always starting off with shapes, but the eyes have a little space in between. For some cartoons you don't need that, you can have the eyes really close together, but for this face structure you can use it for cartoons or realistic to a degree. So for this purpose, just remember to put a space in between the eyes, and then have an oval for the nose and a fatter oval for the mouth, which we'll put right down at the bottom of the cross. So if you want to pause the video here and do all that stuff, go ahead. Okay, now we're moving on to some of the other details. We're going to draw the ear, which is going to be another oval. And we're going to draw the chin, which is like a bathtub, as I like to call it. Now these again are just basic shapes. They don't look like they belong to any face at the moment, but they will do once we go over the details. Right now we're just drawing the base stuff. I recommend using, just in case you started with a pen, to do this properly, I recommend practicing with a pencil, because it means you can rub bits out. But if you're using a pen, don't worry, you can still learn a lot from this. So when drawing the hair, I want you to do a sort of rectangle like this. This guy's going to have, for those of you who remember the first lesson, we're giving this guy sort of Elvis hair again, because it's quite an easy, simple example. And it starts off as just a rectangle. When you're doing all kinds of hair, it always starts off with different shapes, and depending on what kind of hairstyle it is, it will be different shapes. But for this Elvis sort of quiff style, we're going to just start off with a rectangle. So pause the video if you need to and catch up to this point. Right, now it's time to go over the details. So this is where we're going to start adding the things that aren't the base structure of the face. So we're going to start to add eyebrows here. So for the eyebrows, I'm going to do them like two walking sticks. This guy's going to have quite a relaxed, happy expression. And then I'm going to move on to the eyelids, and I'm just going to do two little half circles to show them that the eyelids are coming over them. That helps show relaxedness. And I'm going to put a white gap in the middle as well. And drawing around all that. I'm then going to go over the nose, and you'll see that the shapes were there in the first place to help to help me draw over. I was never going to draw a complete oval. It's just to help guide where all the pieces of the face are going to be. Same for the mouth. That oval helps guide me where it goes and how big it's going to be. Then I can draw the rest of the face and the chin. And here come the ears. And yeah, then it's time for the hair. Drawing over it, drawing the fringe, putting in a little sideburn there. You'll notice I add little bits to it, but that's okay. Like, the shapes are there just to give you the foundations of where everything's going to go, but you can always add bits, and you don't need to be a slave to them. You can bend the rules once you're going in and adding in the details. The shapes are just there to get you started. And then you can add a neck and whatever else, and there you go, a cartoon face. And yeah, you can of course fill out the pupils, of course, as well. But that's a very quick one and a very simple example. And to me, it's not actually that good a drawing, but it gives you the idea of how that can lead to all sorts of cartoon faces. So pause the video and finish up if you haven't done so already. So after that, you can use the face structure technique to make all kinds of cartoons. As you can see here, I'm going to use it for drawing one of the characters that I make for Dekko Comics. His name is Basil, and I'm not even using a lot of the foundation shapes, but the thing is, when you practice with this technique a lot, you can get used to it so much that you don't even need to lay down foundation shapes anymore. You can get to that bit too, it just takes lots of practice. But that's what I would like you to do for if you want to use this video as homework or as practice. I would just go over that technique again and again and try to use it to draw other things, you know, not just the same cartoon face that I've shown you, but use it to draw other cartoon faces. Use it to draw cartoon men, cartoon women, all sorts of things. And you can use it also to draw baby faces, to draw old faces. It's really down to you. But that's the basic cartoon face tutorial, the first pre-recorded lesson. Thank you very much.